Lewis Hamilton received a knighthood at Windsor Castle this week, just days after his heartbreaking end to the Formula One season. The Mercedes star was pipped to the championship on the last lap as Max Verstappen capitalized on a controversial decision to resume racing by the race director Michael Masi. After the race, Sir Lewis' brother Nick offered an update on the seven-time champion. He said, "I tried to speak to him, but I think I'm just going to leave him for a bit. We all know what it's like when things are difficult. My mum and dad are with him and they said he's okay. I think he's just in a place where he doesn't want to talk to anyone, including me." But Sir Lewis' disappointment may have been eased by the honor he received on Wednesday. The Mercedes man has been positive about the royals in the past, including Meghan Markle when she first entered the firm. In 2018, after her wedding to Prince Harry, Hamilton heaped praise on the Duchess and said he enjoyed the occasion. He said, "I watched here at the weekend just with a smile on my face the whole time. It was great to see such a positive change. It was great to see how happy they both were. It was just a really proud day for the world, and it's always great to see positivity and change. The fact you do have diversity in the royal family today is a huge thing. People probably don't realize how important that is. Even to see at the church you had a mixture with the ministers, in the music, in the choir, it was just really beautiful to see. So I just had the greatest weekend ever, just sitting there watching, seeing talented people play music and seeing them speak, and then just to see this power couple walk out. It was the greatest wedding I've ever seen, and I'm not big on weddings at all, I avoid them at all costs. But this was one. I wish I was actually in England to have seen it. Plus, England on a sunny day is just so beautiful with the castle and everything. It was pretty much a fairy tale that every kid and adult today that's particularly not married dreams of having that kind of weekend." Hamilton has also appeared friendly with Harry in the past, as seen when they met at Silverstone in March 2020. Harry was driven to the doors of a new building in an electric Mercedes by Hamilton. The pair took a tour of the Silverstone Experience in Northamptonshire, a museum charting British motor racing through the years. As they arrived, Harry and Sir Lewis met students from local schools in the Tech Lab section, learning more about the cutting-edge science and engineering that goes into motor racing. Harry got to grips with some of the interactive displays, including the pit gun challenge. Hamilton has also recalled a funny story involving himself and the Queen from when he was first made a member of the Order of the British Empire, also known as an MBE, at a ceremony in 2009. In 2015, the iconic F1 driver spoke to Graham Norton about the interaction. He said, "I got invited to a lunch and was sitting next to the Queen. I was excited and started to talk to her, but she said, pointing to my left, 'No, you speak that way first, and I'll speak this way and then I'll come back to you.'" He continued, "She is a sweet woman, and we talked about how she spends her weekends, houses and music. She is really cool." Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have allegedly been advised by the collaborators to split and work independently for a strong political voice, royal expert Neil Sean claimed. The royal couple stepped down from their senior working roles within the royal family in 2020, with insiders claiming Meghan struggled with not having her own political voice anymore. The Duchess is reportedly contemplating taking on a bigger role as an activist in support of wider societal equality. Mr. Sean told his YouTube channel, "It looks like in 2022 they could be heading for a split, and here's the reason why. Those very expensive people that they pay thousands of pounds to every month from all of those deals that we all report on basically said, look, it would work better if you were independent of each other." He claimed, "As we know, Meghan Markle wants to become some sort of political figure, whatever story they're painted out, that is the true story. She wants to become an activist and of course a champion of rights, whether that be women, men, trans. That seemingly does seem to be the route that she wants to go down." He continued, and as we told you on the show a couple of days ago, her not having a political voice was one of the major reasons why she decided to quit the royals. Now, Prince Harry has set his cap at all the things to do with well-being, unhappy mental health balance, all the things that really matter in the real world, because of course he's so connected to that. But on a serious note, I do agree with him on some of those elements. If you're unhappy, you've got to change your life, but really, as a lot of people are saying on this channel. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced the launch of their new foundation after they moved to California to live independently from the royal family. An insider claimed Meghan always relied on her own voice to stand up for others, and for herself, and struggled with the deactivation of her own blog, The Tick. They told US Weekly, she TMS always been so independent, her entire life, and that TMS all been taken away from her. She TMS always been able to clap back on social media, and now she can TMT. Meghan Markle closed her personal social media accounts, as under royal protocol members of the royal family should only have officially managed accounts. The Duchess also faced backlash and trolls concerning her negative image being part of the royal family. She said, "I have a lot of concerns for people that have become obsessed with it, social media. People who are addicted to drugs are called users, and people who are on social media are users. There is something algorithmically that is in there that is creating this obsession that I think is very unhealthy for a lot of people. I have a lot of concerns for people that have become obsessed with it, and it is so much a part of our daily culture for so many people that it is an addiction." The Duchess of Sussex continued, "As you TM out there building your brand, as you are out there engaging with friends online, just be conscious of what you TM doing. Understand that it is not limited to that one moment, that you are creating an echo chamber for yourself. I have not been on social media for a very long time. I made a personal choice to not have any account, so I don't TMT know what TMS out there, and in many ways, the TMS helpful for me." Prince William, Kate and their 3 children spent the half-term holidays in Jordan, 3 years after the Duke of Cambridge said during a tour there he would come back to the Middle Eastern country to recreate a picture close to the Duchess' heart. The Cambridges were spotted at Heathrow Airport in London in mid-October, but the destination of their travel was made public only last week, when the Duke and Duchess office released the family's Christmas card. For this year's card, Kate and William chose a family picture taken during their October trip to the Middle East. In the picture, husband and wife exchanged an intimate gesture, placing their hands on each other's legs, while the children sat around them in the shade. The photograph, which sent royal fans into a frenzy, also represents evidence Prince William delivered on a promise he made 3 years ago, while touring Jordan. The Duke of Cambridge traveled across the Middle East in a 5-day whirlwind tour in June 2018, only 2 months after the birth of Prince Louis. Given she was on maternity leave, Kate remained in the UK with her children and missed a visit to Jordan. Not taking part in this trip, William said, was upsetting for his wife, who had loved living in Jordan when she was young. He said, "She is very upset that I am coming here without her." Kate lived there for nearly 3 years, between 1984 and 1987, while her father Michael Middleton was working as a British Airways manager. A picture that had been previously released by Kate's family showed the now Duchess as a child, posing with her sister Pippa and their father in the archaeological site of the ancient Roman city of Jerash. During his 2018 visit, Prince William toured this same site with the country's Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II, and was surprised when his hosts placed an enlarged copy of the Middletons' picture where it was taken more than 3 decades prior. He then posed for a photograph in that same spot, adding, "Need to come back with the family for this shot." Samir Khoury, director of museums at Jordan's Department of Antiquities, said at the time, he was very surprised when he saw the photo, he did not expect that. But that's why he was here, because he wanted to take a photo at the same spot where Kate was photographed. During the visit to Jerash, William also said the Middletons remember very fondly the almost 3 years she spent here as a child when her father worked for British Airways in Amman. He added, "Catherine TMS experience is not unique. The interchange between our two countries is real and deep: work, study, tourism, and family links." Speaking to reporters in Jordan, William also said, "We will have to bring the kids next time." Kate gave birth to Prince Louis on April 23, 2018. Over the late spring and summer of that year, she missed a few key royal events besides this tour, including Royal Ascot. However, she still managed to attend Meghan and Prince Harry's nuptials in May and the Queen's Trooping the Colour in June. Kate and Prince William's newly released Christmas card gave a glimpse into the family holiday, with the royals wearing casual outfits. Kate donned a flowing khaki dress while William looked relaxed in a brown polo shirt and beige shorts. George wore a camouflage top with shorts while Charlotte donned a flowing white and blue checked dress and Louis a striped polo top and a pair of shorts. Kate and Prince William's Christmas card was shared on Friday. On the same day, Clarence House also released the Christmas card chosen by Prince Charles and Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. The future king and his consort opted for a snap taken during Royal Ascot this year, in which Charles helps Camilla with her face covering.